My childhood friend Jason said I was too clingy. He abandoned me, someone suffering from skin hunger disorder, in the classroom. To ease my symptoms, I grabbed the wrist of my gloomy, socially anxious desk mate Noah and pleaded with difficulty, "Please, let me touch you." His ears flushed scarlet, yet he obediently let me do as I pleased. Later, Jason cornered me against the wall, eyes red, demanding, "Why haven't you come to me for a whole month?" I glanced at Noah, who was waiting for me obediently, and replied with confusion, "I already have a boyfriend. Why would I come find you?" Jason completely lost it on the spot.
Welcome to listen to my full sweet love series novel. I'm the blogger and I'm Twilight's novel. Now let's start the main story.
By the time I dialed the fourth call, the other end finally answered. Before I could speak, Jason said carelessly, "Elaine, are you having another episode?" To be honest, I hated his condescending tone, but the situation was urgent. Suppressing my discomfort, I slumped over the desk, weakly saying, "Yeah, I'm in the classroom, please hurry over." Silence fell on the other end. Then I heard Jason click his tongue. "What's wrong with you?" "I'm busy right now." I took a deep breath, struggling to stay rational. "But today was our agreed time, and you broke the agreement last time too." Jason impatiently cut me off. "Elaine, don't you think you're crossing boundaries? I'm not your pet dog, available at your beck and call." He paused and chuckled. "Anyway, for that sickness of yours, any guy would do. Just find someone random at school." With that, Jason hung up. His flippant words made my head spin with anger. The classroom was empty now. I rested on the desk a while longer before painfully pushing myself up from the seat. However, I'd clearly overestimated myself. The moment I stood, my legs gave way, and I collapsed back down. Every cell in my body seemed to crave being held, being touched. With this hunger unsatisfied, I simply couldn't walk. It hurt, it really hurt. As I wrestled with my torment, the sound of pages turning came from beside me. I looked up. My desk mate Noah was still there. Noah had become my desk mate just last month. He wore long bangs and thick black-rimmed glasses, practically invisible in class. In a month as neighbors, we'd barely spoken. Frankly, I'd never seen him talk to anyone else either. Except when handing in homework. I suspected he had social anxiety. Noticing my intense gaze, Noah stiffened slightly. But he didn't look at me, just kept his eyes downcast, packing his bag alone. As gloomy and aloof as ever. My skin hadn't been touched for too long. I trembled all over, feeling I'd reached my breaking point. So as Noah turned to leave, I gasped and called out, "Noah!" Afraid he wouldn't hear my faint voice. I mustered my courage, grabbed Noah's wrist, and rasped, "Noah, don't go." Hearing this, he turned back in surprise. Maybe it was my imagination. But I suddenly noticed how pale Noah was, his skin incredibly smooth, almost poreless. Noah tried to shake off my hand but failed. After a hesitant pause, he leaned closer and whispered, "Elaine, are you okay?" "I'm not. I'm going crazy from the pain." Feeling delirious, I gripped his wrist tighter and mumbled, "Please, just let me touch you. For just a little bit." Noah didn't understand me. He frowned. "Touch what?" "Stickers." After a stunned silence, I lifted my flushed face and coaxed him. "Sit closer." He returned to his chair. But unsatisfied with the distance, I added, "Closer still, come nearer to me." Noah shifted slightly toward me. "Now, Elaine." I couldn't hold back anymore and rubbed my palm against his arm. Startled, Noah instinctively tried to stand. I choked out, "Get up if you want me dead." Noah froze instantly. He'd just come from outside. His skin was cool and soothing. I became intoxicated by the skin-to-skin contact. Like a parched traveler stumbling upon an oasis, I nearly cried from overwhelming relief. Noticing my strange state, Noah cautiously asked, "Are you feeling better now?" Tears blurred my vision as I looked at him. "Noah, can I hug you? I'm not a creep, I swear." His eyes widened slightly, just as I braced for rejection. Noah softly murmured, Sniffling, I said, "Thank you, you're so kind." Then I threw myself into his arms. Noah's ears burned crimson, but he remained utterly still, letting me hold him. I didn't dare push it and pulled back after a few seconds. He smelled really nice. I feared I'd get addicted and refused to let go. That would be mortifying. Just as I wanted to ask his shower gel brand, Noah suddenly covered his face, trembling uncontrollably, looking distressed. Only then did I see his ears were blood red. It didn't seem like shyness, more like a stress reaction. Before I could ask if he was okay, Noah took a sharp breath, grabbed his bag, and bolted out. He rushed away without a backward glance. He nearly tripped over the doorframe in his haste. Watching this, I sat thoughtfully at my desk. But soon, my thoughts scattered. The long-term lack of physical touch had me tossing in bed until midnight. I even clawed at my skin uncontrollably, consumed by severe anxiety. 6 months ago, my grandmother, who raised me, died unexpectedly, compounded by intense academic pressure. I realized I had a morbid craving for skin contact. After visiting multiple hospitals, I was diagnosed with skin hunger disorder. Jason was my childhood friend. He came to my house for something and accidentally saw my medical report on the desk. Back then, Jason promised to keep my secret and offered hugs to ease my discomfort. In return, I'd tutor him. But for the past month, Jason had grown rebellious. He started smoking, drinking, hanging with troublemakers, even staying out all night. His alarmed parents begged me to watch over him at school. My own parents were divorced, and Jason's parents had always cared for me and Granny. I couldn't refuse. So I went to the internet cafe to fetch him, only to have his friends mock him as henpecked. Humiliated, Jason roughly shook off my hand and snapped, "Elaine, we're just friends. You've crossed the line." Since then, his impatience and cruelty toward me worsened. Thinking of this, I sighed, finding the situation utterly exhausting. I desperately needed someone for consistent physical contact. Suddenly, a face surfaced in my mind. Noah. Perhaps because I'd thought of Noah before bed. I dreamt of him all night. In the dream, I curled up in his arms, breathing in the lovely lavender scent. The next day, I arrived at school with dark circles. Noah remained his quiet self. He flipped through his book, looking intensely focused. Meanwhile, I stole several glances at him. With college entrance exams looming, our teacher was strict. I had no chance to speak to Noah. Finally, break time arrived. Seizing his restroom trip, I stealthily followed him. Waiting outside, I saw Noah emerge from a stall, washing his hands meticulously. He took off his glasses, pushed back his bangs, and splashed cold water on his face. It was my first glimpse of Noah's real appearance. Thin lips, phoenix eyes, deathly pale, like a vampire prince from a shoujo manga. I couldn't help cursing under my breath. Damn, he's hot. Noah turned sharply. Spotting me, he hastily put on his glasses, reverting to his invisible persona. Clearing my throat awkwardly, I said, "Noah, I need to talk to you." We went to a secluded spot by the teaching building. I was searching for the right words. Glancing sideways, I saw Noah pursing his lips, staring rigidly at the ground, radiating more anxiety than me. I decided on blunt honesty. "Noah, I have skin hunger disorder. The state I was in yesterday happened because I had an episode." Hearing this, Noah looked up, giving me a surprised glance. I clasped my hands, pleading earnestly. "Your hug helped so much yesterday, so I'm begging you. Help me with regular contact. It won't be too frequent, just every 2 or 3 days." I eyed Noah's generic-looking clothes. Recalling seeing him work at a nearby cafe, I quickly added, "Don't worry, I won't cheat you. I can tutor you in all subjects, and pay you. How about 100 yuan for 20 minutes? I gazed at him brightly. Such generous terms. Surely Noah wouldn't refuse? "Sorry, Elaine." But he shook his head, whispering, "I have severe social anxiety. Please find someone else." I froze, recalling his pained expression yesterday and how he'd stepped back when I approached. So we were both sufferers. Seeing my carefully planned solution crumble, tears welled instantly. "Woo-woo." Noah halted. My eyes, dry from lack of sleep, spilled huge tears. Seeing his hesitation, I sniffled. "It's fine, don't mind me." Sob. "You go. Sob. I'll manage. Woo. Getting rejected was embarrassing enough. Crying in front of him was worse. I squatted, burying my face in my hands, overwhelmed. Then Noah's stiff voice came from above. Hey, stop crying. My sobs only grew louder in response. Noah surrendered. He slowly knelt before me, expression conflicted. That condition. Every 2 or 3 days, 20 minutes each time. Is that enough? I lowered my hands, tears still clinging to my lashes. Wait, was he relenting? Meeting my hopeful gaze, Noah averted his eyes and mumbled. I'll do it, Elaine. So please stop crying. Noah was kind. Too bad he met me. My specialty was pushing boundaries. So when he asked when we'd start, I blinked innocently. Tonight. It was Friday. Easing my symptoms today meant I could focus on weekend studying. I brought Noah to my apartment. In unfamiliar territory, he tensed up, fingers curled tightly. He looked to me helplessly. What should I do now? I told him to drop his bag and sit on the sofa. Noah obeyed. Anticipation surged through me. Suppressing my excitement, I said gently, I'm starting now. I sat beside him, testing the waters by pressing my palm to his arm. Is this okay? Noah inhaled deeply and nodded. Encouraged. I grew bolder, straddling his lap. Relaxing, I looped my arms around Noah's neck, pressing flush against him. Heavenly, truly heavenly. Every cell revived. Craving more, I nuzzled my cheek into his neck. Heavy breathing sounded beside me. Sensing trouble, I looked up. Noah's eyes were squeezed shut, trying to lean away. His head nearly buried in the sofa. Hesitating, I got off his lap. He opened watery eyes. Done? Tactfully, I replied. Not yet. Are you okay? Noah looked strained. I'm fine. Ignore me. Touched, I promptly climbed back on. A moment later, Noah spoke, voice tinged with desperation. Elaine, isn't it over yet? Pulling a sad face, I reassured him. Only 5 minutes have passed. Hold on a bit longer. My breath fanned his neck as I spoke, reddening the skin instantly. I stared wide-eyed. Noah jerked away, gasping as he covered his neck. Seeing his distress, I frowned and tried to dismount again. But Noah gently held me in place. His fingers brushed my back, then retracted like he'd been shocked. I heard his muffled voice. Stay. Don't get down. Okay. We held that frozen pose for 20 minutes. At one point, my nose accidentally grazed his chin. Noah shuddered, gently anchoring my face against his shoulder. His calming scent and warmth enveloped me. Instantly, all negativity vanished. The timer rang. Time was up. I glanced at Noah. Eyes closed, clothes disheveled, the corners red. He trembled violently. I scrambled off to fetch him water. But when I returned to the living room, Noah was gone. Hearing the rush door slam, I pictured Noah fleeing and smirked. I sent him 100 yuan via phone with, "Thanks so much, best desk mate ever." Noah didn't reply. Later, he returned the money, texting only. Can't take the cash. I responded instantly. Tutoring instead? He sent an OK sign. I consistently ranked first in our grade. Noah was mid-tier, hovering around 50th place. I designed a tutoring plan for him. Thus, Noah and I accepted this strange arrangement. At school, we pretended indifference. After class, he'd hold me, I'd explain problems. One day, coming home, I found a familiar figure at my door. Jason's mother. Surprised, I asked, "Auntie, do you need something?" Seeing me, she offered an exquisite fruit basket, forcing a weary smile. "Elaine, I wanted to ask if you know where Jason goes after school?" His teacher called. His rank dropped from 80th to over 300th. "He's so rebellious." She sighed. "Blocked our numbers too. His father and I work too much. We failed him." I pushed the basket back. "You're too kind, Auntie, but I haven't seen Jason lately." "I don't know." She pressed the basket into my hands. "Don't refuse, dear. I'll waste it otherwise. Just, if you see Jason, persuade him. He's always listened to you." She left in a hurry after more platitudes. Staring at her exhausted wrinkles, I reluctantly opened Jason's WeChat. Coincidentally, he'd posted a bar location 5 minutes prior. Moonlit bar near our complex. After dropping off my bag in the basket, I took a taxi there. Only 7 p.m. The bar was sparse. I spotted Jason instantly. He laughed with friends, a sexy girl in his arms. A sharp-eyed guy noticed me and nudged Jason. "Oh ho, Jason's lucky. That genius girl's back for you." Jason lazily met my gaze. Reeking of alcohol, I frowned and tried grabbing his glass. "Jason, fooling around before exams? Are you insane? Your parents are worried sick." But the girl in his arms slapped my hand away, whining to Jason. "Jason, is this your girlfriend? Poor taste." Jason kissed her head, cooing. "Don't misunderstand, baby. She's nowhere near as sweet as you." They flirted openly, ignoring me. Others watched me mockingly. Used as their prop, I clenched my fists. "Jason, last chance. Are you coming home? If you regret it now, I can salvage your grades." Jason sneered coldly. "Genius, deaf? We're not the same." An expected refusal. I nodded calmly. "Fine. I'll stop interfering." I turned and left. Adults face their choices. I just pitied his hopeful mother. Honestly? Giving birth to him was less useful than giving birth to barbecue pork. Perhaps disgusted by Jason, I had nightmares all night. I dragged myself to school. Noah noticed my state, glancing worriedly several times. I shook my head. "I'm fine." Then fate humbled me. During math class I had an episode. Agony. Dizzy. I couldn't grasp formulas. Noah whispered my name. "Elaine, you okay?" I meant to endure it, but hearing his clear voice, I surrendered. I breathed into his ear. "Woo-woo need touch." Noah hesitated. "Didn't we, yesterday?" I whined. "Want more?" Noah checked the teacher wasn't looking, then swiftly pressed his palm to my arm. I felt slightly better but complained. "Not enough." Noah met my gaze, eyes flustered. "Endure it. I'll hug you after class." "Can't endure," I murmured, lightly gripping his wrist. Confirming no resistance, I slid my fingers slowly, interlacing them with his. Realizing my action, Noah's lashes fluttered. He froze, rigid. He distractedly stared at his worksheet. I kindly reminded, "You need to turn the page." Blushing, he awkwardly flipped it with his free hand. The entire class, I shamelessly held Noah's hand. Timid, he barely glanced at me, stealing nervous looks at the teacher. Finally, to let him focus, I released him. Sigh, my desk mate was too pure. Hand-holding wasn't enough. At noon, I dragged Noah to the school grove. Ensuring privacy, I hugged him tightly. After weeks of contact, Noah was desensitized to my clinginess. He let me lean on him, loosely holding my shoulders for support. A perfect human pillow. In the silence I spoke. "Noah, doesn't this spot feel perfect for?" Noah's throat moved nervously. "For what?" Rising onto my toes, I eyed his long lashes and full lips. As he instinctively closed his eyes, I murmured, "For studying." Noah opened his eyes. Question mark. I continued, "We're idle anyway, let's recite required poems. I'll start, you finish." Before he reacted, I chanted dramatically. "Have you not seen the yellow river's waters descending from the sky?" Noah silently joined halfway. We recited several poems this way. When the 20 minutes ended, I was reluctant. But Noah insisted, "Elaine, let's go." Exiting the grove, I bumped into Jason. He held the same bar girl. Seeing Noah and me, Jason frowned, demanding, "Elaine, what were you doing in there with him?" I ignored him. Jason tried to speak. The girl whined, "Hurry. If a teacher catches us, we're doomed." Jason pressed his lips, giving me a deep look. Weekend arrived. I went to Noah's apartment for math tutoring. Using my spare key, I entered. Finding no one, I heard water running in the bathroom. Bored, I nibbled an apple from his desk. Eventually, Noah emerged, drying his damp hair. Seeing me, he fumbled. "How long have you waited?" "I'll be ready soon." Admiring his looks, I shrugged. Relax, it's early. Glasses-free Noah was unfairly attractive. Pale skin, sharp features. Every move was mesmerizing. After drying his hair, he took out worksheets and sat. I cleared my throat. Let's begin. Noah always listened intently. But today was his first tutoring session sans glasses. I kept losing focus, staring at his flawless profile. After the fourth distraction, Noah waved a hand before my eyes. Amused. Little tutor stopped staring. Flustered, I wanted him to wear his glasses. Then the lights died. Darkness swallowed us. Startled, I asked, "What happened?" Noah checked his neighborhood group. Property management says heavy rain caused a power outage. Pulling back curtains, I saw torrential rain replacing the drizzle. I groaned. Help! Who knows if taxis are running now? Noah looked concerned, suggesting, "It's unsafe out there. Sleep in the guest room tonight." I agreed instantly, feeling secretly pleased. At midnight, thirst woke me. Heading for water, I heard faint gasps from Noah's room. Whether seasonal or from damp hair, Noah had a fever. His temperature read 37.5 degrees Celsius. Thankfully, mild. After gently wiping his face with a damp towel, I applied a cooling patch. Finished, I yawned, ready to return to bed. But Noah clutched my arm in his sleep. Trying to pry loose, I felt his arm lock around my waist. Now I was pulled flush against his chest. Deceptively strong for his slim frame. I couldn't break free, my back pressed to him. Debating waking him. I decided against it. Shy Noah would overthink and lose sleep. Let him rest. Earlier, his sister had stopped me on the street. A coolly dressed middle schooler in a cap. Her opener. "Hi, pretty sis. I'm Noah's sister, Chloe." Then she shoved a bank card into my hands. Me? Question mark. My mind flashed to cheesy soap operas. Take 5 million and leave my brother. But Chloe stared intensely, commanding. Take 5 million, toy with my brother. I stared at the card. Wait. Actual 5 million? Was this a new scam? Don't scare me like this. Seeing my panic, Chloe explained. Don't freak. This card holds Noah's lifelong allowance. I stole it for you. Thanks, sis. This move screams you're my blood sister. Also, Noah. Secret rich kid? I'm jealous. Watching my expression shift, Chloe whispered. Sis, you're Noah's first friend ever. Please keep this secret. Turns out, Noah was merely introverted as a child, not socially impaired. Everything changed in 5th grade. My brother's gentle and pretty. Boys bullied him, called him a sissy. Our parents were busy. I was too young to understand. Until he got locked in a storage room all day. Then everyone knew. Those bullies got expelled, but Noah spoke less and less. Our parents took him to a therapist, diagnosed with severe social anxiety. Damn, that's why Noah avoided people and wore non-prescription glasses. Chloe squeezed my hand. He's really isolated. Barely talks to family. Moved out alone freshman year. Please, spend time with him. Make him happier. My response then? Sis, consider it done. Little did I know it'd manifest like this. Sharing a bed? That counts as contact. Drifting off, I thought. Definitely counts. Waking the next morning. Noah still slept. As I tried slipping away quietly, he opened his eyes. Dazed, lashes damp. Unused to holding someone. He absent-mindedly squeezed my waist. I flinched, teasing. Awake? Then release me, you're holding too tight. Noah startled so badly he tumbled off the bed. He stared up apologetically, cheeks blazing. Sorry. Despite my many "it's fine" he avoided eye contact throughout breakfast. Nibbling a shrimp dumpling, I mumbled. Really, I don't mind. Noah murmured. Clearly still guilty. Watching him, I tilted my head and unleashed my trump card. Actually, I do mind. Unless you fix it. Noah instantly looked up. Meeting his earnest gaze, I teased. Noah, be my boyfriend, then I won't mind. After all, couples hugging while sleeping is normal, right? Noah shot to his feet. Miscounting his strength, he toppled backward. Watching his flustered panic, I felt regret and started to say I joked. But Noah sat on the floor, gulped nervously, and whispered, "Elaine, I'd like that." My words died in my throat. Well then. I just gained a boyfriend by sunrise. Chuckling, I couldn't help laughing. Though Noah and I were officially dating. College entrance exams loomed in under a month. We vowed to attend the same university, studying relentlessly. Returning home humming one day, I found Jason's mother at my door again. My eyelid twitched, but I politely greeted her. Beaming, she offered snacks. Declining them, I said bluntly, "Auntie, just say what you need." Her smile faltered slightly. "Elaine," Jason admitted his mistakes. Swore he'd study hard now. But he's months behind. Could you tutor him? Cutting her off, I refused flatly. "Sorry, Auntie. Weeks ago maybe. But exams are too close. I need every minute for my review." Defeated, she left after small talk. I thought it was over. But the next day, while refilling my water bottle, Jason cornered me. Before I could demand an explanation, he glared, eyes bloodshot, demanding, "Elaine, why haven't you come to me for a month? You have skin hunger. Who helps you now without me?" Ha! What nonsense. Spotting Noah waiting nearby, I shoved Jason aside, bewildered. "Why would I come find you when I already have a boyfriend?" Jason completely shattered. His face darkened. "Does he know how close we used to be?" "Seriously, dude?" I laughed coldly, scoffing. "Worry about yourself first. Ranked near last. You'll flunk even vocational college." Turning, I entered the classroom. Noah glanced at me as I sat, then looked away. Resting my chin on my hand, I asked, "What's up?" Noah hesitated, then blurted, "That guy outside. Was he confessing?" I denied instantly. "No, he's delusional." Noah slowly said, "Oh." Sensing jealousy, I grinned and kissed his cheek. The moi was audible. Noah's ears turned crimson instantly. Hooking his finger, I coaxed, "Darling, don't overthink it, okay?" Noah covered the kissed cheek, denying, "Not overthinking." But his voice held a soft, pleased lilt. Adorably so. I covered my mouth, laughing. The next day, after lunch with Noah, I asked him to wait while I bought water. Returning, I heard Jason taunting. "Elaine was diagnosed with skin hunger half a year ago. Wonder who helped her before you." Noah stared impassively. "And?" Jason smirked viciously. "We hugged countless times. Are you seriously accepting sloppy seconds?" Noah's gaze hardened. My heart clenched. Then Noah rolled up his sleeve and punched Jason's face, snarling, "People like you, judging women, disgust me. She isn't property. You have no right to slander her." Jason staggered, dazed. Recovering, he yanked Noah's collar savagely. During the scuffle, Noah's glasses flew off. Fearing Noah injured, I charged in and slapped Jason twice. Leaving symmetrical marks, I hissed, "Jason, you're rotten. Making innocent hugs sound filthy." "I'm unclean? What does that make you? Flirting at bars? Garbage dump? Future girlfriends deserve hazard pay." Jason sneered. "At least I'm not blind like you, falling for a girly weakling." Staring at Noah's pale face, he spat. "A guy prettier than a girl? Pathetic." Thankfully, I'd learned martial arts as a kid. Otherwise, I couldn't unleash my fury. I kicked Jason's knee, forcing him down, then yanked his hair. "If he's a sissy, you're a dickhead. Pure toxic masculinity. Since when is femininity an insult? Or were you spawned from a man's ass? Pretty? So what? Scumbag, you're hideous yet not ashamed enough to die." I kept ranting, but Noah gently hugged my waist. "Don't waste anger on trash. Class is starting. Elaine, let's go." Sullenly, I agreed. After a few steps, I gripped Noah's wrist firmly. "Don't believe that idiot. You're refined and handsome. I adore it. Neither girls nor boys should be confined by stereotypes. We've done nothing wrong. Asterisk they asterisk should feel shame forcing their narrow views on us. Noah stopped. Cradling my face, he smiled tenderly. You're right, Elaine. But honestly, I don't care what others think. Only your opinion of my face matters. Our eyes met. My heart raced wildly. Exams ended smoothly. Noah and I celebrated for days. Results day, we both excelled, qualifying for Peking University together. Thrilled, I dragged him traveling. Returning home, I heard gossip. Jason's family was moving next week. His scores were abysmal. Not even good enough for trade school. His disillusioned parents planned to send him abroad. Occasionally, I passed Jason in our complex. Gloomy, a shadow of his formerly bright self. But why should I care? I loathed him now, walking past without a glance. One night, I discovered a new amusement park nearby. I texted Noah immediately. He replied instantly. Want to go? I'll pick you up tomorrow. Knowing crowds stressed him, I hesitated. It'll be packed. Are you sure? He responded sweetly. With you I feel safe. Plus a puppy giving flowers emoji. My heart melted. Next day, I applied light makeup and wore a shirt dress, skipping out happily. But Jason blocked my path downstairs. Dark circles under his eyes. He looked exhausted. Move. Good dogs don't block doors. Cursing, I tried pushing past. Jason spoke abruptly. Elaine, I leave tomorrow. I paused. He continued, voice low. If I hadn't rebelled, would I be with you now? Elaine. You liked me a little before, right? Instantly I retorted. No. Jason froze. I raised an eyebrow, smirking coldly. Get over yourself. You never mattered much. Not in 100 lifetimes would I choose you. Like you? In your dreams. Get lost already. Jason bowed his head, silent. Crushing his last illusion, I dashed to Noah waiting outside. He wore a color-coordinated tee, fresh, impossibly handsome. Nuzzling into him, I cooed. Sorry I made you wait. Noah tucked my stray hair behind my ear. You didn't. Unsure if he'd seen the scene, I poked his dimple. Aren't you going to ask what happened? No need. Noah kissed my lips, murmuring. I trust you always, Elaine. Because I know. You like me best. Nestled in his warm embrace. I recalled our countless school embraces. The profound peace of skin-to-skin contact. Smiling, I echoed sweetly. Yeah, I like you best. Noah, in this whole world, I like you the very, very most.